So we're in the process of deploying a new Mac OSX device, and you can see one of the prompts it comes up with is to sign in with our Apple ID. Now, going through the configuration with either a normal account or even a child account can actually render some unexpected results. And so what we're going to do first is we're just going to tick or click on the setup later, and we'll go through and configure the Apple ID after the machine has booted, or after the machine has fully been installed. So I'm going to skip this for now, and then we'll go back and sign in with the Apple ID. Just for your interest, if you go through the Apple ID process, you might find that the terms and conditions part here is grayed out and you're unable to agree. So you could simply cancel the iCloud login, skip it, and then carry on with the normal installation and agree to all the other software agreements. At this point, we're now going to type the full name. I'm simply going to put child, type a secure password, and it's this account that we will assign or allocate our iCloud account. We'll wait now just for this account to be created. And this is an account that's being created locally on the Mac OSX device. We're going to go through the Express setup because really all the stuff I care about, the settings for this, are all going to be in iCloud. So click continue. The machine I'm using doesn't have a Touch ID, so we're going to tap on the Setup Touch ID later. I can choose the look and feel of the environment. I'm going to keep it as default. Hopefully now it should nearly be completed with the macOS device nearly configured fully, and then we'll go through and configure the iCloud account. And at that point then we can test all the same things like the screen lock, the screen timeouts, and the content restrictions. So finally now I'm logged in with a local account on this macOS device. If we go up here, click on About this Mac or the little Apple symbol, and we go to System Preferences. And let's go and look for iCloud. We could search for it here, or we can just simply click on it down here. There we go, and it's here that we provide our Apple ID. So I'm going to sign in now with my child's Apple ID that we previously created. Type the ID. I now need to type the password. I should get a 2FA prompt or a two-factor authentication prompt. We'll wait for this to sign in, and then we'll go and test the screen time and the restrictions on the device for this account. It's asking to link the local username and password with the iCloud account. So this is asking for the local username and password. You can see it's already provided the username because that's who I'm logged in as. I just need to simply provide the local password that I'm signed into this Mac OSX device. I have, funnily enough, used the same password, so that makes it a bit simpler. And you can see now it hasn't sent a 2FA message or anything. It's actually asking for the passcode that you use to unlock the iPhone, and then the iPhone that's associated with this account. There's only one because I've only logged into one device, and that's the first thing that I set up. So the account that I specifically used on my unlock screen of my iPhone, it's asking for me to provide that passcode and not a 2FA code. So I'm going to go ahead, type that in, and press continue. And then we should have our local Mac OSX user and the iCloud account linked together. And here I'm just going to leave the defaults with things like Find My Mac and using iCloud for documents and data. Happy with that. I'm going to tick Allow for the Find My Mac. And that should be very close to the end of the configuration for the iCloud account on Mac OS X for a child. Here now we can see that we're logged into iCloud. These are the configurations of the apps and things that are supported for that. Now there is one final thing that I wanted to mention. Screen time is not supported on Mac OS versions earlier than 10.15 or Mac OS 10.15 Catalina. Now, the version that I've installed and logged into the iCloud account with my child account is actually 10.14, which is Mojave. So I'm going to close that, and we need to go through an update on this machine or on this Mac OS X build before we can leverage the screen time settings. So do be aware of that. You should find with most newer versions or brand new MacBooks or Mac OS X devices that it will be supported automatically. Let's go through an update on this machine, and then I will show you screen time operating and running on this machine. Let me pause the video while I do the update. So, staying true to our word, we've gone ahead and updated our Mac OS to turn 10.15 or Catalina, which is the earliest version that supports screen time settings. And if we now go and log in as the child account, which is linked to our iCloud child account, we should hopefully see that the screen time settings are already in effect. It took quite a few hours to update the instance, so it's now past the timeout or lockout time that we set in screen time. So because it's after 9 p.m., there's a whole bunch of stuff that you could see is grayed out. So it looks like it's already working immediately after we've logged in. Let's go up here, let's click on System Preferences, let's go and open Screen Time, and immediately you can see the downtime is on, which it clearly is on here. It's applying the everyday, and apps are blocked at downtime. Let's go and check other things, content and privacy. It will limit adult websites. What we will probably find if we even try to browse is that the time limit will apply. Let's go and give that a go. If we go and open Safari, I think we'll find we actually have a time limit message rather than the site is blocked due to privacy or content restrictions. Let's go and try something like Apple, for example. And there you go, you can see the time limit is already applying for all websites. If we go Apple T and we try www.xxx.com, either the time limit will apply or the content restriction. There we go, it's not in the approved list, and we can add this website. So you can see here that specifically it's called out that this website is not in an approved list. Let me just close that. So clearly screen time is working and applying to this machine, which is awesome. So all we've had to do is make sure that we're running a minimum of 10.15 or Mac OS Catalina, and link our local Mac user to our child account, and the screen time settings will automatically apply. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.